everyone, it's Mary Beth from MBGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have two jars for you, and maybe a tray, I'm not sure. But this first jar is this adorable carousel, and I've done it one time before. See, they're cute little carousel horses. I did it before, it was absolutely gorgeous, and my sweet subscriber Teresa actually purchased that jar from me, so I wanted to make another one. And this time I'm going to be using 3 Demolding colors, Vanilla Bean, Pink Serenade, and Rose Quartz. And so we're going to be marbling these 3 together and kind of see how that looks. And then for this, I love this jar. I think it's called like a pudding jar. It has a screw top lid. I don't know, but I really like this jar. And we're going to use these 3 colors. They're all by Let's Resin. So we're going to be using Let's Resin Blue. It's just called Blue. Let's Resin Sapphire Blue, which is kind of a violet purpley color. And then the Interference Violet. We're going to marble these 3 together. And I'm curious to see how they react. So that'll be fun. So let me get my mica powder set aside and my molds set aside. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my resin mixing up. Let's see, I can't remember what these hold. I'm just going to make 8 ounces for each of these, so 16 ounces, which means I will probably have maybe even quite a bit of leftovers. And if I do, I've got a little cute tray mold here so we can make a tray or whatever. So that's why I said we may or may not be making a tray. So what am I going to do? 16 ounces. So I'm going to be using my Let's Resin 1:1 epoxy, and which looks like this, part A, part B, and then the Let's Resin larger mixer. So I'm going to get that going, and then we will be back to get our mica powders ready. Okay, I've got my resin mixing. I'm going to take each mica powder. Oh, this one's not open. Sorry, I do have one already open. Give me a second to get it out of my little drawer here. Okay, sorry about that. So again, I'm going to take the mica powder, put it in here. How many ounces? 3? I'm doing, so yeah, okay. Close to 3 ounces for each color for, I think. I don't know. Not quite, because 8 ounces for each jar. Split 3 ways. So, you know, between 2 and like 2.5 to 2 3/4 an ounce for each one. I don't think I've ever used the Pink Serenade before. I don't recall using it, so this should be exciting. I don't have any idea what it looks like in resin. This is one of my favorite pinks. This one, the Rose Quartz by Demolding, and then the Creamy Pink by Rolio are 2 of my absolute favorites. Okay, and then I'm going to take my alcohol, and we're going to just dissolve each one in some 99.9% alcohol. Get my vanilla bean. I hope these 3 colors look okay together. I guess we'll see. We'll find out. All right, so we're just going to mix this up, and then what I'll do is when the resin is done, we'll put our resin in the cups, and then we'll put it through the bubble remover. It's going to take 2 I always say sessions, but 2 whatever times in the bubble remover, because I can only fit 3 glasses in there at once. So yeah. All right, I've got to get the Let's Resin colors done the same way, and then we will be back to pour. Okay, we've got all our resin mixed, mixed and through the bubble remover. So we are going to start with the carousel. Let me just get set up here. This is the Pink Serenade. It's a little bit more red than pink, I think, but I'm hoping it doesn't look too much like Valentine's Day, but that's okay if it does. So that's what we're going with anyway. All right, we will start with the lid. Let me get that sprayed. And let's start with our rose quartz, beautiful. And some vanilla bean. And then we'll add some of this pink serenade. See how it looks. And then we'll just kind of go back and forth. Now the resin, it's probably been close to like a half an hour, which is great because we want the resin to kind of stay a little separate. I don't want just it all to blend into one color, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. I mean, it may, especially this pink serenade might take over and I have no idea. We're gonna see. Boy, this lid sure does take a lot. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get my bubble wand that I recently got, and I love it. I ordered it from Michelle from Glitz and Glitter, her eBay store. One of her subscribers makes these. And it's so convenient to just go around and get your little bubbles out. Ooh, there's quite a few coming out over here. So those bubbles get trapped because I don't have anywhere to go. So it's good to kind of use a dotting tool, use something to get underneath there. Spray those off and let me go around one more time, make sure. And I've probably mixed all the colors together anyways now. Okay, there is that. I'm going to move my other resin over here out of the way, and I'm going to slide this over, and I am going to just, oopsie, top it up and dome it real quick here. Wow, I am just surprised at how much resin that took. I started with about 9 ounces. I've got 3, 4, like about 5 ounces left. So hopefully that's enough for the jar, I'm hoping. We will see. Now I really want to make sure this alcohol gets into all those little cute horses on the side. Okay. And here we go. Let's go ahead and pour. See that pink serenade? It's really pretty. It's just definitely a pinky red, you know, more towards the red. But I think it'll look good. But again, I don't want it to look like a Valentine's Day carousel, but it may. It may. I guess that would be okay. Oh man, I really don't want to have to mix up any more resin. I thought 8 ounces would be enough for this jar. I couldn't remember. But, oh, I almost dumped that over. Oh, gosh. That's it for the pink except scraping it. Come on, maybe the scrapings will get us to where we need to be. I'm really hoping. And again, I had close to 9 ounces in my cups. Oh my gosh, we're so close. All right, I'm gonna have to scrape, but first I do need to get all this resin off my hand, my fingers, my glove. All right, let me get my spatula. Oh gosh, I almost knocked over another thing of resin. I have too many cups of resin, I think, going on right now. Okay, we're gonna have to scrape real good, make sure we get all this resin in here. Who's betting that we have enough? Sorry for that crinkle noise with the cup. Okay, that is about as good as I'm gonna get with the vanilla bean. Let's do our pink serenade next. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so close. Let's hope it's enough. I really, really hope it's enough. I'm scraping for my dear life here. I'm just kidding. It's not a big deal if we have to mix up a little bit more. All right, one more left. Can we do it? Will it be enough? Ooh, I think it's gonna be close enough. May not be 100% domed, but it's certainly close enough. So that makes me happy. Okay, yay. Okay, that is good. All right. Clean my spatula real quick here. Okay, squirt the top of that. There we go. So that's that jar. Let's hope it turns out nice. We're gonna get this out of the way. Ooh. And next, we've got our pudding jar. Remember, with the sapphire blue, the regular blue, and that violet interference. So I am curious to see how this one turns out. Now there is a screw top, so make sure you get that alcohol in the little grooves, you know, just because you really don't want any bubbles in your screw top if you can help it. And there's the interference violence. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? Interference violet was what I was trying to say. I've done that before. Good gosh. Okay, sorry about that. Oh no, man. Okay, a little bit more and then we'll go around the, oopsie, top part with our bubble wand. And just go fishing for bubbles. Doesn't hurt to kind of stick it down in there too, and just, if you can get around those screw grooves, or, you know. Oh, there was a bubble. Okay. All right. That looks good. I am making such a mess. Let me get this moved over a little bit further. Okay, let's move on to the jar. And then we can always top off the lid once the jar is full. And again, there's the ridges down here, so we'll make sure and get that full of alcohol. I think the interference is going to look really good with this. That sapphire blue is really pretty. Just going to go back and forth between these three colors until we get it full. While I got you, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you would join my little YouTube family. It would mean the world to me. And also don't forget, I've got lots of coupon codes in my description box. So hopefully those come in handy for you. Save you a little bit of money when you're doing, you know, shopping for your supplies. All right, we're getting there. Slowly but surely. My resin's getting really warm. I think this one's going to be maybe the star of the show. I don't know. What do you think? Wow, so pretty. That interference, ugh, I just think it's so beautiful. Gives it such a cool look, you know? I don't think we're gonna have enough to do a tray. Like I thought maybe we'd have some leftovers, maybe of all 6 colors, but not so much. Okay, I'm gonna dome the lid up and I am going to let these cure. With the leftovers, there's not too much. I might just put it in my drip mold, which is the snail. I've got that going on right now. And it's actually about 3/4 of the way full, so we're getting there with the snail. So I think that's what I'll do. So we will be back for demold. Okay, we are ready to demold. So we will start with the carousel. Let's see how this turned out. Hopefully no bubbles. That would be so nice. And I am excited to see these colors. It looks like they may have kind of merged together into one. I don't know. We'll see here in a moment. It's hard to tell. Ooh, we got a little bit of crackle. Couple little micro bubbles, not a big deal. Oh, okay. We got a little bit of the vanilla bean there and the darker pink and lighter pink. So, okay. On the lid anyway. Let's see what our jar looks like. I'm trying to remember how hard this... Oh, there we go. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Ooh. Actually, I think I'm going to like it. Let me see. Look, we've got all 3 colors. That looks really cool. Ooh, and I'm not seeing bubbles. The horses all look good. Looks good around here. It looks a little oblong. I hope that's okay. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, okay, good. It fits. Oh, it's cute. Okay. Little Valentine's-ish, but it's cute nonetheless. I feel like it's a little misshapen. It's still warm, so we'll let that finish curing. All right, I'm really excited to see this one. This one had that interference violet with the blue and the sapphire blue. So let's hope this cute little jar turned out. This is actually the top. So that's good that we don't have any bubbles. Yay. And there's the screw part. Okay, so that's the top. All right, let's see the jar. Should have probably cleaned my mold before I started doing this. All right. Ooh, I think it's looking pretty. Let's take a better look at it. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty. That interference violet, it gives it like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I guess kind of like an aurora, that beautiful, I don't know, iridescent type look. I'm not real sure if I'm using the right words. Wow, we have no bubbles. Wow. Are we sure we have no bubbles? Wow. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that is pretty. Look at that jar. That's super cute. Ooh, I really like it. I really, really, really like it. Okay, well, let me do a little bit of finishing work. It definitely needs to be sanded and that sort of thing. So let me get that done, and then we'll be back for the final reveal. Okay, we are back for the final reveal for our carousel jar and our pudding jar. So for the carousel jar, I think it turned out really cute. I used a gold metallic marker and just, you know, colored in the little dots in the, let me show this to you better on the lid, the little starburst and the little dots right there. And then I put a pink rhinestone at the very top and just around the edge here. That's all I did to the lid. And then to the jar, I just took the same gold metallic marker and just highlighted the little, you know, pole. I guess these are poles. And then around the top and the bottom. And that's all I did on the jar part. Of course, I sanded and did resin restore on both all pieces here. But yeah, I think it turned out super cute. It's such a lovely mold. I love this carousel jar. It's so cute. And then the pudding jar is adorable. I'm telling you what, that interference violet, I think is what I use. Oh no, blue, I can't remember. Whatever. I think it's perfect in here. Maybe it was, I don't remember. Anyway, I like the colors. I like the marbling. I think it looks really good together. I didn't do anything to the jar except, of course, sand it and resin restore. But for the lid, I went ahead and put a pretty little fairy on top and just used some clear UV resin, just kind of seal it in, and then some diamond rhinestones around the edge. And that's all I did to the lid. And yeah, I think it turned out really cute. What a cute little jar, both of them. I think they're adorable. You'll have to let me know what you think. Which one do you like better? All right, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you very much. If you don't mind, please give me a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And remember, there's all kinds of information in the description box. Also, I always link where I get the molds. These are both from Amazon, just so you know, in case you're interested. All right, everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day. We will talk soon. Bye.
Say something like you love me and make my day, like you always do, like you always do.